Okay, it is a Saturday. Hope you got a good day lined up. The weather is more of the same, but actually cooler today. Tomorrow will be slightly warmer. And then as we go through the next week, this pattern that is unusual is hanging on. I mean, there's even some rain up in the far northern portions of California, and more importantly, some rain up on that Boise fire. Light rain, but rain nonetheless, which is going to help firefighters a bit. Start off here with a black bear. I bring it up only because a lot of you go to Tahoe, a lot of you get up in the mountains these days, and you're bumping into bear. And in the old days, you didn't see bears, black bears. You didn't see them in Tahoe, not really. They were around, but you just didn't see them. Certainly in the 70s and 80s, and even in the 90s. But they've really become ubiquitous. And this bear was up on the McCloud. And I took this picture. I bumped into him. I was fishing. And I came up off a trail, and he was sitting right there. And not aggressive. You can see his mannerisms. I did a full photo shoot with him. He wasn't aggressive. They're typically not aggressive. If they have cubs, they can be. But they're kind of like raccoons. Like a raccoon will mess you up if you mess with it, right? Yeah, and raccoons are small, but we're used to raccoons. Bears are, to me, they react a lot like raccoons. In other words, you mess with them, they'll fight back. But if you don't mess with them, they're fine 99.99% of the time. Unless you're carrying candy bars and you smell like food, then that could be a problem. But they're not after you at all. You know what they eat? They eat ants. And I know, look how big that is. Ants, grubs, blackberries, and termites. And they eat other things too, but they're typically vegetarians. They're vegans. They don't eat anything really much other than berries and bugs. This bear was not eating anything at the time, but there was a lot of bear squat around, and so you could see they're eating the blackberries. And this was a particularly hot day, and what I find out is, it makes sense, they got that big fur coat on. They get hot as heck, so they go into these river basin canyons. Like where I was fishing, it was probably 90 degrees ambient air. And this guy's in a fur coat going, no way. So he sinks down. He goes down as low into that canyon as he can, usually by a inlet, a creek or something, or right by the river so they can jump in and cool off. And I've seen them swim up there a bunch. I've seen baby bears. You see a lot of them, but they have bears in Marin now. So just be aware they're part of our world and they're not dangerous. They can be, but so are squirrels. Squirrels can be dangerous too if you mess with them, right? Or maybe not a squirrel, but certainly a raccoon. So I'm just saying that because I think more and more it's coming up, and I think people kind of need to know that they're fine. Okay, and you do know that. Okay, so here's the pattern. This is the mean pattern. I showed you this graphic the other day. That's the low. That low is leading to daytime highs like these. These are the forecast highs. This is not for Saturday. This is for Sunday. So today, Saturday, temperatures in Santa Rosa they're just in the upper 70s. Temperatures most of around the Bay Area, upper 70s, very low 80s. Tomorrow, temperatures incrementally come up. So Oakland 72, Concord 87. This type of pattern this time of year favors the coast because you're getting rid of the fog, essentially. I mean, there's little clouds, but they're being lifted up. So now you have an opportunity for some sun to break through, and we'll see that in a minute. And when the sun breaks through, it warms up. So like San Francisco today forecast at 67 degrees, which is quite pleasant. The Redding area, Red Bluff, they would consider this you run a marathon day, right? 87 in Red Bluff, 87 in Chico, Modesto 87, and then you sink south down towards Fresno, you're at 92. These numbers, hold on. So with these numbers, these mild numbers, we're looking at the potential for another week of below average temperatures and temperatures that are putting fire danger kind of on the back burner, which is fine with me. Fire danger and air quality. So here is the live, let's see if I can get my arrow up here. This is the satellite, not live, but it's pretty close. It's probably about 10 minutes old now. But you can see all the clouds, and this is kind of a front right in here. You can see, hard to see, there's a little bit of fog, a little bit of low cloud, all over the place. So if we go to, I have a special app here, Radar Scope, and we can pull in the current radar. And that's pretty aggressive stuff right here in terms of rainfall in August, right? And the beauty of this is up on the Boise fire, which is a pretty big fire and was growing pretty rapidly, hard to get at, rough terrain, very typical of northwestern California, and you're getting rain up in that zone right now. Will the rain sink this far south? I doubt it. Maybe some drizzle as this thing slides through, but it's a non-event for us. But up here, this is the real deal. So what we can do, let's see, I think I lined this up right. We'll go here. We'll go here. Let's see, okay. And here we go, we'll watch duty. Okay, so here's the Boise fire right here. And if we come in close, first thing you see is the circulation. That's the low pressure. If we come in closer, we can log up the fire. It's 11,000 acres, 0% containment right now. One of the things that we can do with these fires is we can look at around these little blue dots represent cameras in the area. So what we can, let's see if I can find a camera with some rain on it. So most of what I've been seeing up north is this kind of a cloud cover. The ground doesn't look that wet. This is a fire camera, but I'm using it as a weather camera now. Ground does not look that wet, but you can see the cloud cover and you get a good feeling for, well, there's some low clouds as well. That's up in Del Norte County. And again, just a very cloudy, wet kind of afternoon up north. And down here in San Francisco, we've got the clouds too. That's Ocean Beach. And you can see the winds are very, very light for the most part. Probably a little bit of southwest on those winds. That's San Francisco. This is Lindomar, which is notorious. Lindomar is interesting because in Pacifica, because it kicks a little bit south. And when it does that, the northwest wind, which is prevailing, not today, but typically prevails, kind of blows the fog away. In this case, it's a southerly wind, and the southerly wind in Pacifica kind of blows slightly offshore, if you can picture the topography of the coast. But beautiful day, actually a fun day to be surfing maybe, right? I mean, if you're just learning, that looks really fun. And over here, you can see Daly City right in here, the Olympic Club's over here, Fort Funston, San Francisco's Ocean Beach, and so on and so forth. And then there's some Daly City stuff there. Here's Pleasure Point. They have had a heck of a foggy week down there. This is how the fog has been today. This is Pleasure Point, and the fog probably is going to clear at some point today. This is Oceanside Harbor in Oceanside, so Southern California, just kind of pointing out the differences. And they got a little swell as well. So here's the model. Here's what's going on. I'll pull this in. I'll draw the box up. Here we are. And when I go through time, if you can keep an arrow on us. Let's see if I can move this. Here we go. Okay. So see that low right there? Right there. I'm rocking it back. That's California. That's today. But watch where that low keeps spinning. I'm just moving. Look at that. It drops in again. Another one drops in. That's this next week. Look how long it hangs on. And then as it starts to ridge out here, which is the 26th of August, it's a ways off, another trough kind of builds in. This is a long-range forecast, but that is truly unique. I backed it up. There's the low. That's a whole week. This would be, if this was winter, we would be, it depends what moisture source would be available. We would be getting some stuff. And you may want to notice down here, down real low, right in here, these areas, point to, if you're interested, these areas represent tropical storms. See them spinning down there? And they kind of move off and migrate. But basically, this pattern stays. So Cal Fire, loving it. Me, loving it. You, air conditioning bill, loving it. Air quality, loving it. It's a very good pattern for Sacramento, Redding, loving it, right? You're not 108, you're 92. After an extremely warm to hot start to summer, we've kind of hit this flat line, which is awesome. And for my money, really a great pattern. So let's look at the, I think I can get there it is. We'll take a look at the 5-day forecast as I go away. And you hopefully have a nice weekend. I probably won't see you tomorrow. Sunday? No, going to the Niner game tomorrow, but I'll probably be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday.